JT Barrett was a hell of a fullback. Cardale Jones was a hell of a fullback, won a national championship. Braxton Miller, hell of a fullback. Some of these dudes end up playing in the NFL. Do you know what positions they end up playing in the NFL? It ain't quarterback. Because that's what it is, right? Like, if you were a good quarterback, you would go into the league as a quarterback. And insult to injury here, I don't think Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. I was loud about it. I'm still loud about it.
I know how you feel about Jalen Hurts.
He got drafted in the second round as a quarterback. He plays as a quarterback. Like, he's what they want Taysom Hill to be, right? Without the knee injuries. I still don't understand this. How you going to pay that man with all them injuries after? Oh, yeah. I know why he got paid, because he ran all over Texas. He didn't throw the ball.
Don't get me started on Taysom Hill. Don't get me started on Taysom Hill. Look, you're comparing Sam Ehlinger like he's Blake Bell.
No. He's a better runner than Blake. He's a better runner than Blake. But can you tell me? Can you tell me?
How do you throw for 10,000 yards?
Yo, man, if you just let me go back there and chuck it, I'll throw for 10,000 yards. Many times I get to chuck it. Like, your man completed less than 50% of his passes against Texas Christian, and they were dropping 8 in coverage. You saw it. All they were doing was running zone. He's double clutching at zone. I can't help that man.
I can answer that question. So, first off, you conveniently brought up the under 50%, but you failed to mention he had 4 touchdowns against Texas Christian.
I said that in the video, too. I said that in the video.
Okay.
Did I not say that?
Okay. No,
your man was 5 of 16 at one point with 2 TDs. Like, I don't necessarily think that's a winning strategy. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, okay. I don't think so. By the way, who is it that's telling me that Sam Ehlinger is one of the 3 best quarterbacks in Texas history and nobody said Vince Young's name?
You got to get on your boy Joel for that.
Okay.
Who said that?
Hey.
You got to get on your boy Joel for that.
He on the Texas bandwagon this year. You ain't heard? He riding y'all.
Hey, well, it's not just Joel that's on the Sam Ehlinger bandwagon, though, because we know how Joel feels about Sam Ehlinger. Can I interest you in Daniel Jeremiah or Todd McShay or the people that do this for a living that evaluate quarterbacks?
I'm just saying, a couple of those dudes watch college football, right? A couple of those dudes do. I don't know that. I mean, Daniel Jeremiah was up there at what, North Dakota State watching Trey Lance? He doesn't start watching college football till the summer. You know what I mean? Like, show me somebody that has Sam Ehlinger on a draft board. Do that for me.
They all do.
Where?
They all do.
Where?
They all do.
Show me.
Sam Ehlinger got a second-round grade from an NFL team. From an NFL team.
Which team?
That's been reported.
Which team?
They're not going to say what team.
Because they know that we would clown the hell out of him.
He got a second-round grade from a particular team. There is no mock draft. So to say that he's an undraftable quarterback is ludicrous, just especially when you factor in. So hear me out for a second.
Okay.
When you factor in his command of the offense, how he's gone through his progressions, he's improved his accuracy year over year. He's improved his throwing motion, his mechanics, his feet. All of that have ramped significantly in his time, whether it was working with Tim Beck, whether it's working with Tom Herman, now with Mike Yurcich. Okay. I don't know how many quarterbacks put up 15 touchdowns in their first 3 games, averaging 5 touchdowns a game.
He lost to Maryland.
Okay, I mean, he also beat Georgia. He also went throw for
throw against
Joe Burrow.
He beat Georgia without the Paycom Jim Thorpe Award winner at corner.
And all those brothers that were on the field are now getting drafted. Tyson Campbell wasn't on the field.
Let me go about this a different way. Is Texas a better football team with Brock Purdy at quarterback?
No.
Oh, man. God, I want it. Okay. Because I believe that Brock Purdy is the most NFL draft-ready quarterback in this league.
Did you see the turnover that Brock Purdy committed against TCU?
Yeah. What? You talking about in the game that they lost?
The one where he threw the ball literally backwards 20 yards. I've never seen Sam Ehlinger commit a turnover and be as reckless with the football as Brock Purdy was in that regard.
Right. So your argument is that he's not as bad as making these gaffes as Brock Purdy? Is that's your argument?
No, that's just one point I made, RJ. That's one point I made. The other thing you got to factor in too is look at the people that Sam has worked with in terms of what's around him, right? So his first true year as a starter outright because Shane Buechele went on to become the backup and then ultimately went to
be great
SMU.
at SMU. To be great.
Hey, I'm proud of Boo. He's the only person in college football, by the way, that has more passing yards than Sam Ehlinger.
But
that's
apparently
right
leaving
now.
Texas was the best thing that ever happened to him. I'm trying to connect some dots here. That's all I'm doing. Trying to connect some dots.
Okay, so when Sam had to work with at the time, an unproven Lil Jordan Humphrey, they made money together. He made money with Colin Johnson. When they put Devin Duvernay in that situation, he made money with him.
What's LJ Humphrey
doing
doing now?
He's working with Joshua Moore and all these guys.
What's LJ Humphrey doing?
LJ Humphrey's on the practice squad of the New Orleans Saints.
Practice squad? You go to Texas to be on the practice squad?
So OU doesn't have players on practice squads.
Not that we're sunning people in OU Texas, they don't. No, like I'm with you. I'm saying it's a development issue as much as anything else because I expected Sam Ehlinger to be much further along, right? I had really high expectations for him last year.
Higher expectations than 15 touchdowns in his first 3 games?
Yes. I expected him to be what everybody said he was going to be, which was a Heisman finalist. He hadn't done that. He hasn't won a Big 12 championship. He's talking about a Sugar Bowl going 10-4. Have you looked at the win percentage of that? You win 10-14? That's not great, man.
So you're a big Blink and Riley guy, right?
From time to time. Why? What's wrong with
From
Steven?
time to time. So it was Blink and Riley, who I believe is an OU aficionado as well, that said win-loss record is a dumb way to evaluate individual performance. I mean, it sounds like you're a QB wins guy, but Sam Ehlinger took over a program that was down. Right, like I can't compare him to Jalen Hurts or Kyler Murray coming into a OU program that was moving.
Texas, Steven, it's Texas. Y'all out-recruit Oklahoma every damn year. Every damn year. You get to pick and choose who you want.
And we have known struggles with player development.
And that's my point about Sam Ehlinger. He has developed into what? What is he?
He's developed into a very, very good college quarterback that has had excellent moments. And that will be an NFL quarterback. I'm not saying he's going to be an NFL starter. I'm not going to say he's going to get drafted next year and be starting for the Chicago Bears or the Indianapolis Colts. That's not what I'm saying. But to just dismiss him and say that he's a halfback when we watched him develop as a passer
I dismiss Cardale Jones at Ohio State. He won a national
Jones
championship.
Played for 10 minutes
I
at
dismissed
Ohio State.
JT Barrett at Ohio State. He beat Oklahoma like they stole something at home. Okay? I dismissed Braxton Miller, who can't even make it as a wide receiver. I mean, I can go on. It's about the system that he was running in. And in this one with Mike Yurcich, all I've seen is double clutching and not understanding what he sees. As a quarterback, yes, you need the physical tools to do the job, right? I also think that you need to be able to do science on the football field because on 3rd and short, y'all still run a QB power to the right. How is that doing your man a service? Especially when y'all got dudes in the backfield averaging better than 5 yards per carry. I'm saying to you, is Casey Thompson actually going to show this man up next year? Oh, yeah, that's right. Sam Ehlinger can come back for a 6th year because we froze eligibility. He's getting all the time in the world to develop. All the time in the world. I wish Tyrone Swoops would have got this much time to develop. I sincerely do. Right? What's your man that went like undefeated at Denton Geyer? What's his name?
Gerard Hurd.
Thank you.
Gerard Hurd.
Thank you. They moved him to wide receiver with the quickness.
So it sounds like you're upset with
Roschon Johnson's still back there.
Before that, but those that predates Tom Herman though.
I
understand what you're saying.
Roschon Johnson.
I'm not saying Roschon Johnson
is
made
cold.
a move. He was a true freshman.
It's cold.
He's not going to replace somebody that was coming off of a Sugar Bowl. You know that.
Why? Trevor Lawrence replaced friggin' Kelly Bryant, and he was coming off playing in the playoff. Why? Like, I don't understand why so many Texas fans are married to Sam Ehlinger.
Because the gap as a passer, because you're talking about NFL traits too, right? So the gap as a passer between Kelly Bryant and Trevor Lawrence was night and day.
And you're trying to tell me that the gap between Casey Thompson and Sam Ehlinger ain't night and day?
I've seen Casey Thompson in the game. I think Casey Thompson can be a very good quarterback, but he does not have the same feet in the pocket and poise that Sam does right now.
Newcastle. Casey Thompson would have kept Jalen Hurts on the bench. Period. I think the man needs to get some run. Right.
So isn't that an OU problem?
About keeping dudes on the bench.
Because you're so upset about Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Why isn't that an OU problem?
What, that he was still on the field?
That he was still on the field. You didn't get Casey Thompson. It sounds like you love Casey Thompson. You want him to be your quarterback.
Okay, let me tell you the story. Like, in all seriousness. So Casey was all set to go to Oklahoma, right? And then your man Cam Rising decided to commit. Okay? Then your man Cam Rising ended up flipping to you, right, to Texas, to which Tanner Mordecai says, I want to come. Can I come? And they said, hey, Casey, we got a dude lined up that wants to be here. Do you want to be here? Because we'd rather have you here than him here. And your man Casey was not ready to make a decision, and I get that. I totally get that.
Right.
But he was wanted. He was wanted. And then Tom Herman did what anybody else would have done, which is, please bring your behind here, because you can flat out spin it. You don't think Charles Thompson's kid wanted to go to Oklahoma? You don't think that was ever on the table like that?
No.